like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. I ain't back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you.
Coach, winter is just around the corner as you get a look at New Era Field just south of Buffalo, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Come on, set. Pittsburgh. Yeah, let's get set, Coach.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Star Lotulelei with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, B, let's go. All right, let's get there. Check 9, check 9. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Slam, slam, slam. Slam, slam. Watch twist. Watch twist.
On the run, this is Hilliard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
Half 85, half 85. Is that it? Middle.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that's caught by Beasley. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. Beasley signed with the Bills in March just before his 30th birthday after 7 years with the Cowboys, hoping that he can be a very valuable slot receiver in Buffalo. Just under 700 yards last year and 3 touchdowns in Dallas.
Don't be scared of it. 5 wide.
This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, high 7. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Focus, defense, focus.
Now Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Well, sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
On 2nd down, Ingram. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 34-yard line.
You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Bills 3, Ravens 0.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. This time, Jackson will throw it. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 7, Bills 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
48.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have retaken the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. Oh, he's got some breathing room. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 43-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff to Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. And now he'll tuck it and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd and 7, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 26, check 26. Check out.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Bound to lose one. Check 48, the mic. Check. Alert. Check pass, check pass. Safe. Check 31, check 31. Watch the end. 56, 56. Watch it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Sponge. No. Check. 58's the mark. 58's the mark.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Allen now looks to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
It's our time. It's our time. Kill. Check. Fresno. Pass. What's that?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Beasley. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
61. Matchbox light.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Switches. Check 99. Check 99.
Allen to throw once more. Escaping the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dontrell Hilliard as the first half is winding down. And the Bills will add on to their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, but it's going to be second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Hey, tight. SOS. Pass. SOS. Switch. Bravo.
Throwing again. Allen. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, everyone in this stadium knows Jackson can do that as well as any QB in the league. They talked about limiting some of his running this year, especially the design runs, but he's still going to scramble when he feels he has green in front of him. He led all quarterbacks last year, 695 yards rushing. And keep in mind, 80% of those came in the 7-game stretch when he was named starter late in the season. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Now he steps away. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner.
Protein spill. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
No. Off. Check. Stop. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Let's go.
They go right back to Singletary. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10.
He's coming.
They'll run. It's Hilliard. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing. 5 wide. Y'all playing the wrong football. Under 10. 10. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down now, Singletary. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Back. We go. 58's the mic.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Bang. Watch that. Check safety. check safety. Check three, check three, check three.
On second down, Singletary. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah.
Hey, Haywood!
All day, just like that, just like that. 36, 36. Check nine, check nine.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Short throw hauled in by Croft. And shoving his way inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Hey, you got three, three down, three down. Check three, check three, check three.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Chance. Joker.
Singletary again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
58, Mike. Check 52. Check nickel.
Allen to throw on third down. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. The Bills send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow.
Let's go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's some guys that be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They go play action now. Jackson trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. From the gun, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
He's checking. 56. Jim. Hey, check 20. What is that?
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Check. Hey, tight. Crunch. Is that? Go.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion. To throw again is Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. Slam. Go. Switch.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Check. What's that?
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
He's coming. Double up. Double 52. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Allen now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Rush in. Check 3. Shoot. Switch. Check 50. Stop. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. Out. Tighten up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
49. Check 49. Check it back. What's that?
From the gun, it's Allen. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Safe. Check 31. Watch the edge. Hey, watch the edge.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Here we go.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
What's that? Check. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Get one. Kill.
They'll try to run this one in. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 3rd and goal.
58 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time. Check. 5 wide. Switch it. Switch it.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 40. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Here we go. Big ass.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
43. Check. 43.
One last shot for Jackson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. But, Charles, a 1-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that 1-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for Buffalo, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10-3. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.